What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I just love it. You know, you lay down with pigs, you get dirty. Is that what it is? I don't know the saying, but my I think I'm kind of close. Elon Musk, I don't care if you don't care. This is funny to me. Elon Musk's baby mama drama has gone nuclear as Ashley St. Clair, which clearly thought that Elon Musk really loved her and was going to marry her and be the father to her genetically created baby from a lab, has gone completely insane after after Elon Musk trolled her on Valentine's Day by showing love to one of the other many meat sacks that he used to create a baby. Now again, I don't believe that Elon Musk doing this is the Christian thing to do. I don't believe it is even normal. I believe it is degenerate and it is demonic. It is weird. But Elon Musk has never claimed to be Christian. He's never claimed to be conservative. He's never claimed to be anything other than what he clearly is. But the idea of, having somebody who has a high IQ and then literally just essentially cloning them through human meat sacks at large numbers feels weird to me. It feels like a slippery slope. Not much unlike many of these meat sacks. Anyway, we all know by now that Elon has had some really high profile, high IQ women be his meat sacks and carry his babies. But we also know that he has no interest in being in these kids' lives. He is literally only interested in repopulating the earth with his spawn. Much like Nick Cannon, for example. The only difference is, Nick Cannon can also afford this. Elon Musk's kids will always be taken care of. Nick Cannon's kids will probably always be taken care of. It's a lot different than Billy Bob, who has 13 kids, or Daquan, who has 13 kids. And there's this weird stigma attached to having a bunch of kids that you can't support. It's not weird. There's a stigma attached to it because you won't be able to support them, right? What Elon's doing is not that. It's, what is it, transhumanism or something like that? It's weird. But essentially, he threw her to the curb. She had his baby. He's like, nah, I'm not going to be your husband. I'm out. I'm not going to be your husband. Now she has a complete meltdown on Twitter. An ex starts to block everybody, is threatening to sue him, saying she's got lawyers now, she's got PR people. He clearly stuck it in crazy here, even if metaphorically. And it's backfiring for him in probably the most relatable way possible. Like, every girl probably, and every guy almost certainly, has had a crazy ex-girlfriend or a crazy ex-boyfriend. I don't think guys are immune to being crazy ex-boyfriends. I think that more people are familiar with the crazy ex-girlfriend, so we'll go with that. But I never like to just single out women or men as being bad because people make their own decisions. She is the epitome of the crazy ex-girlfriend. They had this baby in secrecy. He refused to sign the birth certificate. He, I'm sure, has a contract with her where he pays her $1 million a year to never work again or whatever it is. That wasn't enough for her. She wanted the clout. She wanted the clout. She didn't care about that baby, which is why all these simp defenders, these people sweeping for her and Elon, are disgusting losers, okay? She didn't want that baby. She wanted the clout that came with it. And ultimately, this is a total disaster at the expense of that kid's life. And what about the other kid, right? Ashley St. Clair's first child, who will now live forever in the shadow of this genetically created freak baby that she had put inside of her for money and clout. Elon Musk's baby mama, Ashley St. Clair, launches tirade on Billionaire as he reposts Milo Yiannopoulos. The woman claiming to be Elon Musk's baby mama has launched a blistering tirade at the tech billionaire after he responded to a post made by a political commentator, Milo Yiannopoulos. Conservative influencer. Wrong. All right, can we stop calling her that? She's just an e-girl who grifted off a bunch of lonely people in the MAGA movement and other influencers who used her because of her closeness to Elon Musk. Nobody ever thought this hoe was a conservative. I didn't. Anyway, she took to X on Friday, sharing that Musk, 53, is the father to the child she had 5 months ago. And by the way, I want to point out almost every major conservative influencer knew about this baby and knew that it was Elon Musk's baby. And they all said nothing. Like, they all knew, they all played along because Elon Musk would retweet them, or Ashley would get him connections and stuff like that. That's why all these people like Jack Posobiec didn't say anything. They all knew. 5 months ago, blah, blah, blah. In his post, Yiannopoulos claimed that St. Clair plotted for half a decade to ensnare Musk. After seeing his response, St. Clair wasted no time firing back at Musk, stating that she had not heard from him since the news broke. Elon, we've been trying to communicate. Where are you? Her reply was then, of course, deleted from X within an hour, and she's remained silent ever since, probably because her lawyer said, yo, you're screwing up your bag by acting crazy. I am almost certain that there is an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement between these two, because that's a totally normal thing when you have babies. Late Saturday night, Musk responded with a blushing heart face emoji after Siobhan Zilius, the mother of 3 of his IVF babies, shared an image of her and their twins smiling. St. Clair also tweeted Saturday, it's interesting Elon is responding to this clearly unjust screenshot that was discussed with his team months ago. Why are you discussing it with his team? Now he decides to respond to it publicly from an account posted this type of stuff against me, which I see no evidence of that. In an earlier statement, St. Clair acknowledged the overwhelming response of fake conservative influencers who thanked her. In all sincerity, appreciate all the kind words, blah, 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 blah. All right. Her representative, because, that's also normal when you have a baby. Her representative said, emphasizing that St. Clair has been privately working towards the creation of an agreement about raising their child for some time. See, this is what happens when you stick it in a normie, Elon. All these other women were successful. You think Grimes cares about getting child support? No. Do you think the executive of X or SpaceX that Nick knocked up cares about the child support? No. All these women are using him as their own personal sperm bank, and only with Ashley St. Clair now she was worried about quote unquote co-parenting. I got news for you, Ashley St. Clair, that you probably should have known a long time ago, and you clearly did know in 2020 when you already accused him of having many baby mamas and 7 kids. He doesn't care about you. He used your womb as an incubator to make more kids, and that's all it was ever going to be. He was never going to marry you. He was never going to be hanging out with you at parties. And the fact that you thought that shows just how crazy you are. This is also the same person that put out a huge statement on Friday, Valentine's Day, what a coincidence, that, oh my God, my privacy is getting invaded. All I want to do is raise my kid normally, blah, 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 blah. Then immediately went and sat down for an interview with the New York Post while posting in a photo in a see-through corset. More privacy. Here's Sarah Sansoni writing, Ashley St. Clair heavily edits her photos to make herself almost look like a different person, lies about her age, says she's 25 or 26, she's over 30, talks about traditional values while having 2 different kids out of wedlock by men who had no intention of marrying her, rage quits Twitter X twice over the past 2 months while being a new mom because her man is parading around with other women. This is not conservative, it's degenerate and sad, clearly. Yep, she has money, but it's clearly unhappy, and he clearly doesn't care. People that love and respect each other never allow each other to be thrown under the bus publicly. Here's a Yahoo article that claims she was born in 1993, which would make her 31, not 26. Like she told everyone else. She's lies about her age. She's getting absolutely shredded. Shout out to D-Day Cobra. We both must bend the knee here, Jeremy as well as me. This Jeremy, both Jeremys. We humbly bend our knee to the grift queen. Far, far better grifter than we could ever have hoped to be on our own. Writing, yesterday she asked the media for privacy. Today she's releasing an interview with the mainstream media. Amazing. Here is Laura Loomer. Man, being rejected on Valentine's Day makes women go insane. You have conservative influence. She's not conservative. Has been working privately on how to co-parent a child with Elon Musk. He had no interest in co-parenting, and she's an idiot if she did. I think she's just trying to be like with him now. She thought she could baby trap him. That's like legitimately, in my opinion, what is happening here. Like that, I legitimately think that's what's happening. She thought, oh, I'll just have a baby. I'll just have a baby with him, and then he'll have to marry me, and I'll travel the world in his private jet. Here's the Joe Rogan cast commentary. I think we're about to find out that Ashley St. Clair is crazier than Amber Heard. Well, of course, that's very clear. You see, ouch, this must hurt. Here's his other kids, his other medically created weird kids. Here you have in the New York Post article. By the way, this chessboard isn't even set up correctly. Just pointing that out. That's pretty interesting to me. She's definitely an intellectual. She has a $5,000 chessboard, sure, but she doesn't know how to set it up. That's always interesting. And you see her decline to put his name down on the birth certificate. Ouch, this hurts. Here's Lily's the love of my life, or Lil loves of my life. Elon saying, oh, love you. These women all understood the assignment. Ashley St. Clair thought that he was going to try to make a hoe a housewife. I'll finish with this because I'm sure the meltdown's going to be legendary this week. This from John Miller. I'm unfamiliar with who he is. That's not a thing of, I'm not trying to disrespect him. I'll give him a follow back because this is funny. He shares a screenshot of Ashley having a meltdown going, he yo baby Jamal, and you ain't even see or talk to us, ain't even come out of pocket for the child support. But I see you posting online with your friends. You his daddy, he your baby. You remember that. Like same energy, right? It's pretty funny to me. Just because it's Elon and Ashley St. Clair doesn't mean it's any less hilarious and messed up. We'll follow this story as the week goes on. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. And we'll talk to you again real soon.